Hello, everybody. We're right here outside of Bulldog Field after the Terry Bulldogs end up falling to the Hattiesburg Tigers 28-14. But this one was very close throughout. Hattiesburg got that final touchdown in the fourth quarter to extend the lead to the two-touchdown lead. Bulldogs had the lead in the first quarter. Coach, I know you're not happy with dropping that game right there, but you're talking about facing off against a team that is looked at as the top team in 6A. I mean, they're 9-0. And they've beaten real good teams such as Oak Grove and Petal and George County and teams like that. Just kind of talk about your takeaways right now, immediately following the game.
Well, I am disappointed. I thought we played well enough on defense to, get a win. I told our defensive coordinator, I said we need about 4 stops a half, and you know, I know we got that many in the first half, and I'm quite certain we got that many in the second half. And, we kind of gave them 6 points with the pick. We hit the kid out at the one, but they got in. But against really good teams like that, you can't shoot yourself in the foot. You got to, try to punt the ball and play defense. And our defense were ready. We
Yeah.
didn't give up any big plays. But our guys were on the field too long. They were on the field too long, and then offensively, we got a hot start. We hit some big plays in the first half,
Yep.
but in the second half, we really laid the egg. And you got to give them credit because up front, they showed in the second half, why they're 9-0, and
Yeah.
so it became real difficult, run the football against them in the second half, and you never want to put your quarterback in a situation where your offense is one-dimensional, especially against a really good defensive front like what they had, and you know, we tried to give Jordan a series of two back there to see if we can get something going, but they were rock solid up front, and
Yeah.
you know, uh, but our guys gave a great effort. Um, I couldn't be more proud of them. They fought hard to the end, and we're gonna we'll watch the film. We'll come back Sunday and start getting ready for Forest Hill.
Yeah, and you guys really did play at a high level. You played a high level team, and y'all you played at that level um, for a while there. And you're talking about that mistake, which was that pick.
Right,
You're talking about he didn't really make that many mistakes in that game as a team,
right.
but that was one of them. And a team like that takes advantage of it. And so I know what you're talking about there. But just going into the playoffs, this is the last regular season game. You are going to make the playoffs with that win against Pearl River Central that you got, and you want to be able to finish the season off, regular season off with a bang before getting into the playoffs. What are some things that you want to tighten up for playoff?
Well, we got to play better up front. We got to play better up front, and then I thought Brady played really well. He had dual duties. He was the punter also. I thought he handled some things, and on the punt situation, and we kind of went over that a lot during the bye week because we knew last year we played them. We special teams felt like it cost us 21 points, and so, but we'll go back to the basics some, and we'll be ready for Forest Hill. We won't have a letdown.
You mentioned Brady Busby, and that's just a player that I know that's probably an interesting situation coaching him because he did make that mistake throwing that interception and
Right.
that set up a touchdown for them. But you're talking about a guy like that. I mean, you're talking about those punts. The
Hmm.
punts are like he's able to get him off quick without getting them blocked. He got it blocked one time, but he had a lot of pressure today on that. Another play that he did that saved us from getting scored on was when Rondé fumbled it
That's right.
and he hopped on that
That's right.
ball.
That's
If
right.
he wouldn't have hopped on the ball, you're probably down. You probably lose 35-14. Probably down even more. But so, what's your message to a player like that? Where anytime you criticize him, there's also a lot of other things he's doing well out there.
We just gotta, keep his cool, and he's been doing a better job of handling adversity. Unfortunately, we turned the ball over twice. Well, we lost one, and we recovered another one. But you don't want to have turnovers. But he was trying to make a play,
Yeah.
and deep down in our territory like that, I'm not sure. We got to kind of protect him a little more with what we're calling. But
It,
he's gonna be he's going to be a really good player. I like how he's progressed so far, and he's done a really good job of leading our offense. And so he's a tough kid. He wants to win. He wants to play well, and I'm excited.
Well, Coach, when you look back at that play, you'll see I saw exactly what he saw there, which was Braden Gibson got behind the defender. If he'd have thrown it just a few feet more,
Right,
that's a
right,
touchdown. Like, he had nobody between him and the end zone if he would have gotten it over the top. So I could see what he was seeing.
right.
That'd have been it was either an interception, bad play, or a great play the other way.
Yeah, yeah.
But I know that you're just the game management stuff, but still a good showing for you guys. Last year lost 39-0, and so now 28-14. Definitely a lot better, and you're able to put it together a good performance. But Coach, we really appreciate it. Solid performance for you guys there. So did want to ask again. So going to play Forest Hill, you play on the road. I believe it's at South Jackson Stadium.
Yes, yes. South Jacksonville on Thursday. I'm not sure. I think they may have played last night. I think they won
Played
their
Jim
game.
Hill.
Versus Jim Hill. So, we gotta come ready to play. We're familiar with going over there, and it's probably our shortest road trip we got. Of the season. So our kids know some of those kids. So we'll like I said, we'll let this one. After 24 hours, we'll be ready to go.
Yes, so folks, and that is the wraps up
All right.
our post game right here, brought to you by Buford Plumbing and Heating. Hattiesburg 28, Terry 14. Next week we will be live. That'll be Thursday night, not Friday night.
That's
Thursday night as the Bulldogs take on the Patriots of Forest Hill to wrap up the regular season. Thank you, folks, for joining us. It's TSM Network coverage of Terry Bulldogs football. We out.